tonight, and wherever you are in the world, we are going to be having a finale of a grand 48-hour Farbrengen speaking about Mashiach. Actually, by now, there have been over 8,000 people part of this Farbrengen. And now you and I are lucky to have our own little Farbrengen with Yaldei, Hashluchim, Anash, and every single member of Tzivos Hashem. We have a very exciting program, and I want to welcome you to what we're going to do today. You see, the theme of the hour is Mashiach. For years and years and years, we have been singing the song, Am Yisroel, have no fear, Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now. We have been waiting for Mashiach. We have been wanting Mashiach. But you know what else we need to do? Bring Mashiach. We could wait for Mashiach. We could want Mashiach. But you know what else we need to do? We need to bring it. Who is going to bring it? Who are we waiting for to bring Mashiach? And so the secret that we are going to share tonight is it is I who's going to bring Mashiach. Instead of us hiding behind our cameras, we don't want to step up and get the job done. Today we stand tall and we say, it is I. Who? It is I. Because every single one of us can bring Mashiach, must bring Mashiach, and will bring Mashiach. Before we continue, I want to remind everyone that there's going to be a special raffle at the end of this program. 2 winners for a gift certificate to Kahus. Now, to be a part of this raffle, I want to see your cameras on. So everybody here, let's turn on your camera so that we can all participate in this Farbrengen, see each other together. And there are going to be 2 winners chosen at the end of this program. We're going to begin with the 12 Pesukim. In order to be a part of this raffle, here's what I want you to do. Step number 1, turn on your cameras so that we can see you in this Farbrengen. Step number 2, I want you to go to the chat box. Go to the chat box and type where you are from and what your name is. Okay, if you want to be part of this raffle, if you want to be chosen, go to the chat box and type to the host, type to Merkaz 302. You'll see that host, and type your name and where you're from. Okay, so don't do it to me. Text it to chat that to the Merkaz 302. Type that in. Turn on your cameras, and boys and girls, we are ready to fire this art. Let's begin with the 12 Pesukim. To start with the 12 Pesukim, of course, we have the Pasuk of Torah all the way to the end of the 12 Pesukim. We have people saying the Pesukim from all over the world, and I mean quite literally. I know you're muted and we can't hear you, but make sure the people in your house could hear you. I have a son sleeping here, but I'm going to be answering the Pesukim out loud to these people leading it. So everybody out loud so that your family could hear, let's answer to these Pesukim out loud. And I want you all to participate loud and clear. So please pay attention to your screen as we are going to start the 12 Pesukim. For the first Pasuk of Torah Tziva, we're going all the way across the world to Melbourne, Australia, where the Yeshiva College School will lead us in the Pasuk of Torah.
Torah!
Torah! Tziva! Lanu! Moshe! Mayrasha! Kehilas? Yaakov! Fantastic. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Yeshiva College. I see they are ready to go. Margalit, Shendel, Menucha, Singer, all the way from England. Thank you. Lead us in the pasuk of Shema.
Shema
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. We're back in Australia. How does he freeze like that for so long without moving his hands? You'll ask him when you see him by the Kinnis, because we are right now going to Sydney, Australia, to Aaron, Shimshon, Joseph for the pasuk of Bechol Dor Vador.
Dor.
Dor. Vador. Kaya. Adam. Lirois. Es. Atzmai. Ke'ilu. Yotza. Mitzrayim. Thank you so much. I have a special place in my heart for Australia. We were in Australia. We were in England. Now let's go to Eretz HaKodesh, to Eretz Yisrael, where we have a family, Miriam, Chana, Menucha Rachel, Sarale, Goldfarb from Rehovot, Israel, leading us in the pasuk of Kol Yisrael.
Kol Yisrael.
Yeh. Lohem. Chelek. La'olam. Haba. Shenemar. V'yamit. Kula. Tzadikim. Li'olam. Yershu. Oretz. Netzer. Matai. Maaseh. Yodai. Beautiful, beautiful job. I want to make sure that I hear all of you guys answering. At least I want to see your mouths wording, moving to the words, because this rally, imagine we are in 770 together live, that I would look around seeing how every single child would answer to these pesukim. So let me hear you. Okay, we're now going... let me introduce you before you continue. Thank you, though. We have, for the pasuk of Ki Karev, a family from Woodbridge, Ontario, the Bakshi family, with Menachem Mendel, Yosef Yitzchak, Shneur Zalman, and Chaya Mushka to lead us in the pasuk of Ki Karev. How about you start again? Ki. Eilecha. Hadavar. Me'oid. Beficha. Uvilvavcha. Soy. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who wants to go to California with me? Because we have the United... we're not going to California yet. Sorry, we're going to go there shortly. First, we have to stop off in Kan Tziva Hashem Es Habracha, the headquarters of the world, Crown Heights, where the United Lubavitcher Yeshiva of Crown Heights, the third grade, will lead us in the 6th pasuk, V'hinei Hashem. V'hinei Hashem. Mitav. Olav. Umalai. Paul. Haaretz. Uvoidai. Umabit. Olav. Uvoichein. Loyo. Malay. Im. Avdai. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let's take a pause now. We'll continue the rest of the psukim shortly. I am so excited by all the faces that I see here. We have close to 200 computers logging on, which numbers in the hundreds, maybe even close to 1,000, because I see schools, I see grades, classrooms, and families, and some individuals. Guys, stay tight, because soon we're going to get to my favorite part. Can you guess what that is? Let me give you a hint. Yeah, we're going to dance soon. But we're not there yet. I want you guys to sit back a little bit and relax and turn on your cameras. Make sure you have your name and where you're from typed into the chat box so you can be part of the raffle. Let me tell you a story. And I know if you know the story, you know what you do in camp, you lift up your left pinky, but listen to the end, because this story we need to engrave in our hearts. This will fire us up and bring out the theme today. There once was a king, Theodore III. Now, this king had a lovely, lovely palace, lovely, lovely chef. He had a lovely garden and everything he could ask for. But anything in life that you have always, you get bored of. And so this king, he had a special custom. Once a year, he would make oil. Got background music in case you guys would like. This King Theodore IV would make a girdle in a big box. He would have little slits of paper. He would mix them around. On each paper was written another country that he ruled over. He would mix them all in a box. Once a year, he would pick out a name and he would make a grand royal visit and a vacation just to get a new scenery, to see the people, to see the countries and the cities that he reigns over. Well, one particular year, he's making this raffle. He's really excited for this year's destination. Where's it gonna be? Closes his eyes, mix, 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 pulls out the name, and he jumps for joy because he loves wine. And the name on this piece of paper was the Kingdom of Wine. It was Grapetown. He's never been to Grapetown, but he heard all around the news about their spectacular grapes. And they produce the most delicious wines. Right away, he sends off messengers to inform the people of Grapetown, the king is coming. The king is coming on the 1st of next month. Be prepared. Immediately, the rabbi, the asken, the gabbai, the president, and of course, the bubby, they all come together in the shul, inviting the whole community. What are we going to do to welcome the king? We never had a visitor like this. We've had maybe, the person in charge of the garbage collection coming to visit us and giving us a strict speech about how we leave too much garbage. We never had someone like the king visit our town. And so at this meeting, everyone's raising their hand and giving ideas what they can do to prepare and make this visit remembered for the rest of the king's life. Well, one person raised their hand and says, oh, I know, we should make a big parade. A big parade. The kids will all get dressed up in their Shabbos clothes. The band will prepare klezmer music, a cappella, of course, because it's Sfira. And the tailors will fix all the tattered clothing. We're going to sweep the streets. The rabbi will give a sermon, of course, if he wants. Great ideas. Sounds great. But something is missing. How are we going to make this event memorable and unforgettable? Finally, someone in the back raises their hand and says, ladies and gentlemen, you're forgetting something. What are we known for? Our grapes. We ought to do the following. We should build a massive, life-size barrel. This barrel is going to be 10 feet high. We'll build a ladder going up this barrel. The children will actually color and design this barrel to make it look bright and attractive. Each family will be responsible to go to their backyard, pick some of their grapes, make a bottle of wine, and pour that bottle into the big, massive barrel. The grand finale of this parade, he tells everyone, is going to be when the king will taste from our wine. We're going to give him a beautiful silver goblet. We'll open the faucet of the barrel, hand him the goblet, and he will taste our world-famous wine. Lovely idea. Everyone is excited. They all go home. The tailor starts to fix all the clothing. The band begins to prepare. The garbage people start picking up the garbage and sweeping the streets. The kids start dressing their finest, practicing in front of the mirrors. And the rabbi, of course, is preparing his best jokes for his grand sermon. And now it came time for each family to prepare their bottle of wine. Let's zoom in to house number 1. Frady and Schmerel. Schmeddle, I think it's time we have to go to the backyard and squeeze our grapes. What do you think? Oy, Frady, I'm so tired. It takes such a long time to pick off those grapes, put them in the basket, take off our shoes and socks, wash our feet, of course, with soap, and then stomp and squeeze. And then we have to let it ferment, and then we have to taste it. It's so much effort. I don't have any patience. But Frady says, but Schmeddle, every family, we have to bring a bottle of wine. Listen to me, Frady. Could you keep a secret? Yeah, what? Think about this. This is a barrel 10 feet high. How much wine is going to be in that barrel? You think anyone will notice if we pour a bottle of water? What's one bottle of water going to change the taste in a massive barrel of wine? Wow. You mean we should lie? No, not lie. Not lie. It's going to taste the same. But, okay. They fill up the bottle with water, and in the middle of the night, they tiptoe to the massive barrel, climb up the ladder, looks left, looks right, and he pours his bottle of water. Let's go to the next house. Sarala and Ephraim. Sarala, I think it's time for us to go pick our grapes. Time to make the bottle for the king's visit. Oh, Ephraim, I'm so tired. I've been taking care of the kids all day. Can't you go? Sorry, Sarla, I have to go do my daily chavrusa, samach vav. I have to go to shul now. Wait, so neither of us have time to do it. What should we do? Sarla, could you keep a secret? Think about this. A massive barrel of wine, 10 feet high, one bottle of water. You think anyone's gonna know the difference? You mean we're gonna lie? No, we're honest people. But you know. So they take their bottle of water and they tiptoe up the steps and they pour their water inside. What do you think the next family? What do you think their conversation sounded like? It was the same thing. And the next house, the same thing. Every single home in Grapetown poured a bottle of water. And each one thought that they were the only ones. Because what's one bottle of water cannot mess up the taste of a full barrel of wine. It was each one's own little secret. Finally, the first of the month arrives. The king is coming, the trumpets blast. They are ready. The band begins to play as soon as the king steps out of the wagon. Wow, what a sight. I'm sure they all made the bracha too that you recite when you see a melech. And they step out. They begin to cheer. They throw flowers. The rabbi is ready for his sermon and they begin the parade, marching down the street. Everyone looks so Shabbosdik. Everything looks lovely. And now it's time for the finale. The finale, the president of the shul approaches the king and he gives him a beautiful goblet. This is a goblet that he got from his great-great-grandfather for their bar mitzvah. And he gives it to the king. The king approaches the barrel. He looks up, observes its beauty, massive. He's so excited. This is going to be the wine. He fills it up, twirls the cup, takes a sniff, makes a bracha, and he spits it out. His face turns red, and he angrily turns to the crowd and says, "What type of joke is this? This isn't wine. This is water." Everyone looks at the other, and it clicks. Immediately, everyone knows what happened. Each family from Grapetown thought that the other one would bring wine. Somebody else will do it. I'm just going to bring water. What happens when you wait and rely for somebody else to get things done? No one gets it done. It is I. Boys and girls, we wait for Mashiach. We demand Mashiach. We want Mashiach to come. But who's going to bring him? Ari. No. Ari thinks that Sarah's going to bring him. Sarah thinks that Yosef Yitzchak's going to bring him. No, Aaron Shimon's going to bring him. No, Zalman's going to bring him. Mendel Lerman will bring him. No, Sweet 302 will bring him. The Shluchim will... When everyone thinks that the other person will do it, Mashiach won't come. It is I means you have to do it. Don't rely on anyone else. Boys and girls, you can and therefore must bring Mashiach. How? Don't need to do anything new. You don't need to turn over the world. You don't need to do kulas and jumping jacks and suddenly be... We know what we have to do. Torah, mitzvahs, avas Yisrael, mivtzoyim, kibud avaim. These aren't new things. But now I am the one responsible. I do it passionately because I know that my action, my mitzvah, will be the one to bring Mashiach. It is I. Boys and girls, who wants to play a game? Okay, let's play a game. I want you to turn your attention away from the screen and then back at the screen. We're going to put on a special Chof Ches Nissan quiz game. This game is going to be asking some questions about the Chof Ches Nissan Sicha. We're going to test your knowledge. If you think you know the answer, you're going to type it into the chat box. Okay? The Sicha, Chof Ches Nissan, which is what you and I are remembering and trying to internalize. We're going to ask some pop quiz questions. Who's ready? Raise your hand. Okay, let's get this up on the screen. If you think you know the answer, type in the chat. We're going to have a timer. You won't have all day. Answer it as soon as you can, and then you'll see if you got the answer correct. Let's begin. Question number 1. After which tefillah was the Chof Ches Nissan Sicha said? Was it after Shacharis? Was it after Mincha? Was it after Ma'ariv? Was it after Musaf? Was it after Ne'ilah? When was it? Which tefillah? Ooh, good. I see in the chat box someone was saying Ma'ariv, someone was saying Mincha, someone was saying Mincha, Ma'ariv, Musaf. Someone said Musaf. All right, 3, 2, 1. And the answer is, it was after Ma'ariv. 1 point for all y'all that said Ma'ariv. Very good. Who's ready for question number 2? In the first part of the Sicha, what did the Rebbe speak about? Aleph, how we need to do more mitzvahs with the inspiration of Pesach. How that day was especially good for Mashiach to come. C, Gimel, a lesson from the Parsha. What did the Rebbe talk about at the beginning of the Sicha? A lesson from the Parsha? Was it how we need to do more mitzvahs because it's right after Pesach? Or was it that this day is very appropriate for Mashiach to come? I see a lot of bases. 3, 2, 1. The correct answer is... Very good. Bays. How that day of Chof Ches Nissan was especially appropriate for Mashiach to come. Very good. You guys are good at this. Question 3. Let's see if he still could keep up. Fill in the blanks. The Rebbe said that he did all he can do to boom, boom, boom. Whoop. Just making sure you're still paying attention. The question will come back on the screen in 1 moment. There we go. The Rebbe said that he did all he can do to ... and it was all for nothing because ... is not here. Fill in the blanks. What did the Rebbe say that he did all he could to ... and it was for nothing because ... is not here? Wow, I think we have 100% answer ratio, everyone is talking. I think we have the right answer here. It is to bring Mashiach. Round of applause for all of you guys. Very, very impressive. Exactly. Bring Mashiach. The Rebbe said, all I have done till now been for nothing. To bring Mashiach, because Mashiach still isn't here. So we're not done the job yet. Question 4. What job and mission did the Rebbe give us? Is it to open up Chabad house in the whole wide world? Is it to learn the whole Tanya Baal Peh? Is it to... What do you think? Fill in the blanks. To eat hamburgers, someone suggested? Here we go. Again, we have almost everyone talking about the right answer, which the right answer is 3, 2, 1, that we need to get together and figure out what to do to bring Mashiach. Very good. It's in our hands. By the way, you know that night after the Farbrengen, after the Sicha, Hasidim didn't go home. They didn't go home. They stayed in 770 the entire night, figuring out, what do we do to bring Mashiach? The Rebbe just said, I'm now giving the responsibility to you. You have to bring Mashiach. So all the Chassidim were like, what do we have to do? And so the Chassidim spend the whole night Farbrengen coming up with ideas of how they could bring Mashiach. Great. Let's move on. Question number 5. What did the Rebbe do after the Sicha to help bring Mashiach? What did the Rebbe do after the Sicha to help bring Mashiach closer? Some people say he went home. Some are saying that he screamed ad Mosai. Oh, now I see the correct answers coming in. Very good. Think. Let's get the answer on the screen. The Rebbe gave out dollars for people to do a mitzvah right away to bring Mashiach. That's the correct answer. Who got that right? Sweet for you too. Very good. Good job. The Rebbe gave out dollars to give to tzedakah. If you guys got all the answers correct, raise your hand. Fantastic. If you got 4 out of 5 answers correct, raise your left hand. That was fantastic. Very, very well done, everyone. Okay. It is my honor and privilege to take a break and introduce you to someone who we all know and love, not Uncle Maishi, better. It gives us great honor to introduce and to hear from Brigadier General himself, Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum, who is the general of the army of Tzivos Hashem that you and I are all a part of. And so let us give him our undivided attention. Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum. We see you. There we go. Everyone give a salute. That's right.
Hi, Chayalim. It's great to be here and be part of this very, very special Farbrengen for Chof Ches Nissan. And it's amazing to see what a beautiful, beautiful rally in Farbrengen you had. The psukim were beautiful. The story was amazing and the game was incredible. I'm going to say something now. I'm going to ask everybody to say after me the following words. Abba, try again. Abba, I can't hear you. Really loud. Abba, I'm going to say it all at one time and you say it all after me. Abba, Jabba, Jew. Let's do that a little bit. We can do that a little better than that. Chayal, I want to hear all of you. I want you to say it with all of your might and all of your keches and everything you've got. You ready? Abba, Jabba, Jew. I see a lot of you that did that really beautifully, but there's a few of you who can say it with even more kayak and more energy. I want to hear all of you, okay? Ready? This time, everyone together. 1, 2, 3, after me. Abba Jabba Jew! Beautiful. Now, I want to ask you, Chayalim, does anyone over here know what Abba Jabba Jew means? Anybody? You all just did exactly what I told you to do. So nicely. I said, Abba Jabba Jew, and you said it beautifully. And not only you did it with so much kayach. But do you know what you were saying? I don't. There's no such word as Abba Jabba Jew. You were just doing what I told you to say, right? But did you really, really understand what you were saying? No. And this is what happened on Chof Ches Nissan. The Rebbe told us that I have been telling you to say, we want Mashiach now. To say Ad Masai. And you listened. You're being good chassidim. You followed very nicely, and you did exactly what I said you should do. But do you understand what you're saying? Do you really want Mashiach? No. You know what the proof is? You know how I know that you don't really, really want it? Because if you really, really wanted Mashiach, he would be here already. Sometimes we say we want Mashiach now. We scream Ad Masai. And our neshama really means it. Our neshama really does mean it. Because our neshama knows what Mashiach is. But our brains and our heart don't necessarily understand what Mashiach really is. And because the brain and the heart doesn't understand, it's not saying it with a full emes. And what the Rebbe said on Chof Ches Nissan wasn't that I did all I could to bring Mashiach. No. You know what the Rebbe said? The Rebbe said, I did everything that I can to get you to want Mashiach with an emes. And that I wasn't able to do. Have you ever heard of the expression, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink? The Rebbe did so much for us to explain to us what Mashiach is and how special Mashiach is, that we should want it. Not just say we want it, we should really want it. So much that if Mashiach didn't come yesterday, we would be so frustrated that Mashiach is not here. Have you ever wanted something that you really, really wanted so badly, and you drove your parents crazy till you got it? Can you think of something that you really, really, really wanted? When you didn't get it, were you frustrated? Yeah. Very frustrated. Because you really wanted that so much, and you drove your parents crazy. That's what the Rebbe wants from us, that we should want Mashiach so much that we're going to drive Hashem crazy till he gives it to us. And the people that can be the most stubborn to get what they want are the children. You know how to do that very, very, very well. And this is what the Rebbe wants on Chof Ches Nissan. Now, if you don't know what Mashiach really is, and you don't know how special it's going to be when Mashiach comes, and you don't know why it's so important for Mashiach to come, you can't really want it. It's like saying, Abba Jabba Jew, Abba Jabba Jew, Abba Jabba Jew, Abba Jabba Jew. That's funny, no? That's not what the Rebbe wants. It's not what Hashem wants. When the Yidden were Mitzrayim, and they really cried out to Hashem, Hashem came and He took them out of Golus. And the Rebbe is telling us that when we do the same, when we really, really mean it, then He's going to come and take us out of Golus. So the message today for Chof Ches Nissan is very, very important. Like the Rebbe told us after Chof Ches Nissan, if you want to really want Mashiach, you got to learn about it. The more you learn about it, the more you are going to want it. But it's not just enough to learn about it. The Rebbe said you have to think and imagine that the Beis HaMikdash is actually being destroyed right now. Could you imagine if you were there and the Romans were coming into the Beis HaMikdash and it was being destroyed? Would you feel like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now? Or I'm going to go play, or I'm going to do something else right now? Or would you feel like you got to do everything you can to stop the Beis HaMikdash being destroyed? So the Rebbe is telling us, we have to imagine the Beis HaMikdash, if it's not being built right now, it's being destroyed right now. And we can do something to stop it being destroyed. We can get it to be rebuilt. But if we really, really want it, we're going to do everything we can to be able to make sure it's rebuilt. And there's no one better in the world, no one, that the Rebbe can rely on more than the children. You know that? One time the Rebbe asked for the 12 Psukim books to be reprinted. And after 5.5 weeks, no one did it. And the Rebbe said, you know whose fault it was? It was my fault, the Rebbe said, because I asked the adults to print it. If I would have asked the children to do it, it would have got done. So this is a very, very special rally. We're the ones who the Rebbe can really rely on. But it's so important. Tut Altz has made beautiful, beautiful, beautiful booklets about Mashiach. So you can learn about Mashiach, so you could understand what Mashiach is, so you could want Mashiach so much. And in Mitzvah Hashem, our message from today is that when the Yetzer Hara comes along and tells us, don't worry, you're in Galus, it's okay. When the Yetzer Hara comes along and tells you no one else can do it, you can't do it. And when the Yetzer Hara comes along and tells you it's been so long whether we're in Galus, you know how to speak to the Yetzer Hara. You know exactly what to tell him. You're our enemy. Stop making crazy things in my head. I hate you. I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to fight you. By knowing that the Rebbe says it's true, we see the world is changing because Mashiach is coming. And we know very, very well that all the changes in the world are coming because of us. We are the ones who are bringing Mashiach. We see what we do makes a huge difference. And we're going to continue together to bring Mashiach. And I can't wait, Chayalim. Very soon, we're going to have the rally, not on Zoom, not even on Eastern Parkway. It's going to be such a huge rally with all of Tzivos Hashem together in the Beis Hamikdash Hashlish. So now we're going to have a special schus very soon to hear the Rebbe saying the words. The words that the Rebbe told us in Chof Ches Nissan, that I did everything I can to get you to want Mashiach. And it didn't help then. Now it's going to help. Because we're going to learn about Mashiach. And together we're going to bring Mashiach. And I was looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much, Chayal.
It was a regular day by the Rebbe. The Rebbe went to the Oyel, and when he came back to 770, the Hasidim gathered to daven Mincha Ma'ariv. After Ma'ariv, the Rebbe turned around to face the Hasidim and he said a Sicha. The Rebbe spoke about how there are so many reasons for Mashiach to come right now. Then the Rebbe started to use bigger and stronger words. The Rebbe said the Mashiach is not just a nice thing that we learn about in school. How can it be the Mashiach is not here?
Wie kommt es, als die Kleinen sich zusammen, 10 Nieden zusammen, und es gucken, wie die alle Unionen wird noch nicht herausgebracht, marschieren. Es hat Dover, hat Pries, eine Muren, klar und klar. Und danach will ich kommen zu gehen und luften als Wörter, sie wird noch eine Scheibe, wird noch ein Jena verbringen, wir müssen das noch einmal verschreiben, danach ist es ein Medium. Gegen das Halten und Gedenken, was verschrieben geworden, und dabei bleibt es, und Rachmon al-Islam ist das Recht, also ein Banach soll noch nicht kommen, Moschiach, und es Recht, also morgen soll noch nicht kommen, Moschiach, und übermorgen sollten nicht kommen, Moschiach. Und mit Freitag und mit Eisam soll schreien auf Mose, und Hulu, Einmal wohl geschrien mit Hanemes, wohl gemeint mit Hanemes, ist eine sichere Sache, als Moscheech wohl schon lange gekommen, zusammen mit der Gula Amitis war schlimmer. Was ich kann noch tun, du weiß ich nicht. Warum alles, was ich getan, bis ist der Hevel, weil Lorik, sie gar nicht der Reise von mir geblieben in Golus. Und was noch mehr, wir ist geblieben mit der Gol in den Golus, Pni meichet ben der geht zu Avedes Hashem, und kommt über Kama Pomin. Mir hat eins gesagt, was ich kann nicht tun, ich gebe das über jeden von euch und tut alles, was ihr kennt und seht, Farbrengen, Mashiach, denke von mir, Mamos, in der Neben, die Unionentlacke von Eris, die Teo, aber den Kehlen, die Tichun, und wie hier rotzen, als Sobkov, und so gefühlen 10 Nieden. Was werden sich einnackschen und sagen, dass sie muss nicht werden. Bei den Nebensten ist das damals das Amt Scheiere für. Wie so lacht zu lachen, Neinu, Chatesenu und Chaltonu, ist eine sichere Sache, der Nebensten wird heraufbringen, der Gula Amitis war schlimm und Teke von Miyad Mamos und auf der Meise, was sich noch tun in dem, auf zu geben machen, jeden von euch auf der Schlieg, auf Zdoke, und wie hier rotzen, also ich habe getan, alles, was ich kenne, und ich kann nur haben, tut alles, was sie kennt, wie hier rotzen, also unser Gefühl zwischen euch, auf Kolponen, 1, 2, 3, was soll nicht zu geben, was man soll tun, und was man soll tun. Weil ich, man soll echt finden, und soll sein, denke von mir, Mama, schon mit der Simcha, Vetuvli, wo.
The Rebbe said that he did whatever he can to bring Mashiach, and now he's giving us the job. Yes, us. We are the ones that need to do everything we can to bring Mashiach right now. It was a regular day by...
Thank you, Rabbi Shimi Weinbaum. And thank you for showing this video of the Rebbe, making this concrete really for us to see this video of the Rebbe. And I know that all of you are saying, okay, so let's do it. Let's bring Mashiach. And shortly we will give our own suggestion, in addition to everything that you are thinking of doing to bring Mashiach. We will have a suggestion that we will send out to all of you guys. And here is the time to remind you guys, there's going to be a raffle shortly. If you want to be part of this raffle, make sure your camera is on. I see almost half of you have your camera on. Turn on your camera. In the chat box, chat, write to 302 your name and your location to be part of this raffle. Additionally, we are going to be launching a special curriculum for children about Yom Mashiach, an honor and a schus to bring Mashiach. And you could win this for free. You can have this sent over to your house directly. If you want this amazing, amazing series, you just have to do something really, really simple. So firstly, take a picture. If you have someone with a phone next to you, take a picture of your classroom, your family, yourself. Take 2 pictures watching this Farbrengen. And then I want you to send it to the Mashiach office. Send those pictures to the Mashiach office. So write what school you're from or your family name so we know who you are. Also tell us how many people are watching it. How many of you are there? And also leave your address. Everyone who does this will receive the free Tut Altz Geula series to their home. Okay? Boys and girls, let's continue with the last 6 psukim. We still have lots of places in the world to travel, and I believe next on our itinerary, the pilot has taken us to California. And so if we can go to California for the last group of 6 psukim, we are going to be hearing the pasuk of Bereshis from Minna and Mendy Convoy. Let's hear the pasuk of Bereshis. Alright, thank you very much. And if you're not jet lagged already, we're going back to Australia. Let's go back to Australia, where we are going to have Mendel Lowenthal lead us in the pasuk of Vishinantam.
Vishinantam. Levanecha. Kedibarta. Pam. Veshiftecha. Vesecha. Velechtecha. Bagera. Veshafcha. Okumecha.
Thank you, Mendel. Wait, hold that, Zev. Hold that. Freeze. There you go. We're going out Ocean Parkway for the pasuk of Yagaiti. Zev Chain from Tenche Temimim Lavavich. Ocean Parkway. Lead us, please, loud and clear with the pasuk of Yagaiti. Al. Come in.
Layagaiti. Omatashi. Al. Amen. Gaiti. Matasi. Amen.
Amen. We're going to Muncie. We hope there's no traffic from Crown Heights to Muncie because we need to hear the Cheder Chabad Muncie first grade. Lead us with the pasuk of V'yahafta. Look at those cuties. Let's begin. That was beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go back to Eretz HaKodesh, to Kiryat Malachi. We have Dasaleya, Rivka Chana, Shloimi, Tadris Doiv, Shner Zalman, Becker, leading us in the pasuk of Vizeh Kol Ha'adam. Vizeh Kol Ha'adam. Besachlis. Riyasai. Uvriyat. Kol Alamot. Elyonim. Betachtonim. Diot. Odirat. Betachtonim. Beautiful. Well done. And for the last pasuk of Yismach Yisrael, let's go to Massachusetts. Who could say Massachusetts 5 times fast? Massachusetts to the Korinsky family for the last pasuk of Yismach Yisrael. Yismach. Yisrael. Esav. Perush. Tekol. Mi. Shehu. Zera.
Israel.
Israel.
Yesh.
Yesh.
Lod.
Lod.
Yismayach.
Moyach.
Besimchas.
Pinchas.
Hashem.
Der.
Asher.
Der.
Sus.
Das.
B'sameach.
Sameach.
B'dirasai.
Dirasai.
B'sachtoinim.
Sachtoinim. Round of applause. Thank you to all of you around the world who led us in the 12 Pesukim. Boys and girls, if you're looking for a real practical way, something that you and I can do already to start bringing Mashiach, there are many ideas, and I'm sure that you guys have your own, but here is something that we can all do. There is a special booklet and curriculum, especially for children, on a mimer V'ata Tetzaveh. All of us children around the world will join together learning this curriculum, the mimer V'ata Tetzaveh, and this will surely be something, another brick in this building, perhaps the last one in this mission of ours to bring Mashiach. If you want to know more about this, turn your head away from the screen and then turn back, because we will show you a promo.
Mir wird eins gesagt, was ich kann nicht tun, ich gebe das über jeden von euch und tut alles, was ihr kennt und seht, Farbrengen, Mashiach, take it from Yad Mama.
On Chof Ches Nissan, the Rebbe gave us the job of doing whatever we can to bring Mashiach. And learning Torah is one very powerful way to bring Mashiach. Tut Altz Kids is now launching a new curriculum. The Mimer V'ata Tetzaveh is the most recent mimer we have from the Rebbe, and with this new curriculum, you can learn it. The mimer is divided into 4 booklets. In each one, you will be able to learn important topics from the mimer, such as what it means to have a Rebbe, and what is the special job of our generation, the Deir Shvi. Each booklet is packed with stories, pictures, games, activities, discussion questions, review questions, and more. Join the hundreds of kids all over the world who are learning the Tut Altz V'ata Tetzaveh curriculum. And that's not all. Tut Altz Kids will be launching the 2nd annual International Creative Project and Contest with awesome prizes. After you learn the V'ata Tetzaveh series, you'll have the opportunity to share what you learned in a creative way. Stay tuned for more exciting details. We need every single one of you to stand up and say, "It is my job to do whatever I can to bring Mashiach." Visit tutaltz.com/kids to find out more and to sign up for your very own Tut Altz V'ata Tetzaveh booklets.
Yes, I'm going to sign up. Don't wait for your school or for your teacher or for your summer camp. Do it yourself. Ask your parents to help you. Log on, sign up, take initiative. And I can't wait to see all of your projects and your creative ways in the grand contest. And now, it is my favorite part of rallies and Farbrengens. Boys and girls, are you ready to dance? We are going to show a niggin of the Rebbe being Am Yisrael, being sung by the Rebbe, and I want to see every single one of you getting up and dancing. This, by far, will really put a fire to this Farbrengen and a fire to bring Mashiach. So if you have a chair and it's safe, get up on your chair. If not, stand up and let's sing along.
I want to tell the Rebbe the words of the new song that we're singing with Mashiach, right? So I'm just going to read him. Am Yisrael, have no fear. Mashiach will be here this year. We want Mashiach now. We don't want to wait. Okay? Mashiach now, we want Mashiach now. Oh yeah, Am Yisrael, have no fear, Mashiach will be this year. Am Yisrael, have no fear, Mashiach will be here this year.
Wow, beautiful. I saw lots of you singing and dancing. As a matter of fact, some of you are quite out of breath, if I can see correctly. That was amazing. Should we do that again? Whew. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Boys and girls, we had a Farbrengen for the books. There are over 300 people, computers, logged in for this Farbrengen, and I just look at my screen. Some of you have 10 people on your screen. Some people have 15, some have 4, some have 2, some have 1. You think of how many children we have here tonight is staggering, and we hope this is giving the Rebbe Nachas Ruach. More importantly, we hope that this Farbrengen will inspire all of us to stand up, to turn on our camera and say, it is I will do what it takes to bring Mashiach. Before we do the raffles, I want you to take a look at the chat box, because on this chat box we'll have all the information that you need to join this grand curriculum coming up, or for lots more. If you want to be involved in a daily WhatsApp message from the Mashiach office, you want to get the future curriculums and videos and all the information, sign up, check out the chat box for all the links, for the phone numbers, and also you can still win a free series shipped to your house. All you have to do is take a photo or two and send it to the Mashiach office. Write how many of you are at this Farbrengen watching, what your name is, or the name of your school, and your address, so that we can ship it to you. Okay, boys and girls, are we ready for the raffles? Right now, at HQ, they are entering and inserting every single name that has participated and that has sent us their name and address, and of course had their camera on. I see so many of you excited. Your thumbs are up, your hands are raised. You are sure that you will win, and I hope you do too. Reminding you that the raffles will be on gift certificate to Kahus. The names are almost in the wheel of names. We're going to spin that wheel. Let me hear you wave your hands. Let me see you jump up and down if you think you are going to win. Okay. Gentlemen, ladies, boys and girls, for the first winner of this grand Tut Altz Mashiach rally, we have number 1, a family all the way from Lindenhurst, Ohio, the Friedman family. Mazel tov. Now, if you're the Friedman family, go ahead and email chosidbc@gmail.com and say, this is the Friedman family, I won. We're going to put that in the chat box, chosidbc@gmail, if you are the winner. Congrats to the Friedman family. And next, this family, I see them all gathered at the screen. To give you guys a hint, there are 4 of you. 4 of you I see participating. 3 girls and 1 boy. If you're still in, raise your hand. This winner number 2 is none other than the Glukowski family. Congratulations. You too, I want you to email chosidbc@gmail.com and let us know you are the Glukowski family. You are the winner. We're going to put that in the box. Boys and girls, L'chaim, great to see so many familiar faces. We hope we get to do this again sooner, because this was absolutely amazing. So HQ, let us know when the next Farbrengen is, and we will all be there. Boys and girls, sei gesund.
Ashreinu, 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 Matoi Chalkeinu, Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Matoi Chalkeinu, Ashreinu, 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 Matoi Felkeinu, Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Matoi Felkeinu, V'yumanoi. Umanoi Megoiro Leinu, Umayo Foya Feru Saseinu, Umanoi, Umanoi Megoiro Leinu, Umayo Foya Feru Saseinu, Umanoi, Umanoi Megoiro Leinu, Umayo Foya Feru Saseinu. Ashreinu, 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 Matoi Felkeinu, Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Matoi Felkeinu, Ashreinu, 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 Matoi Felkeinu, Ashreinu, Ashreinu, Matoi Felkeinu, V'yumanoi, Umanoi Megoiro Leinu, Umayo Foya Feru Saseinu, Umanoi, 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 Umanoi Megoiro Leinu, Umayo Foya Feru Saseinu.
Rachamono be'onei
Tam 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 tam.
Rachamono de'onei lani yeyoi ve'yaneino
Ameinu.
Rachamono de'onei lani yeyoi ve'yaneino Rachamono de'onei lisvirei libo Oh yaneino Rachamono de'onei lisvirei libo Oh yaneino
Rachamono de'onei lani yeyoi ve'yaneinu.
Aneino
Rachamono de'onei lani yeyoi ve'yaneinu. Ay ay ay.